Greetings folks, and welcome to another 8/16/32-bit. Today I'm looking at another FMV title from my back catalogue, and that title is Double Switch. Now, to look at this properly, we're going to have to travel back in time to the 1990s. The 90s. A decade of dodgy fashions, questionable music, and some really strange decisions being made in the video game industry. Now, one of the stranger decisions that was made, with hindsight, was the massive push for full motion video as the games of the future. Now, don't get me wrong, I love FMV games, but with hindsight, it's clear they were never going to be the future because there's a limited amount of interactivity. However, in the early to mid-90s, as CD-ROMs became a dominant format, the world and his wife were producing FMV games, none more so than Digital Pictures, best known for Night Trap. Now, to follow Night Trap up, Digital Pictures released Double Switch. Now, the gameplay in Double Switch is very similar to Night Trap's in that you're controlling a number of camera streams, trapping enemies, saving the good guys. However, unlike Night Trap, in Double Switch an extra layer of complexity is being added by you having to prime the traps before activating them. Now, this can be a bit frustrating at times, especially on the Sega CD, Sega Saturn and early Windows versions where you're trying to play with a pad and you're having to navigate the game's screens through buttons. But I digress. Let's have a little bit of a synopsis of the story here. In the game, you play an unnamed protagonist who's been contacted by Eddie to try and protect the people in his building from a bunch of dubious criminal types who are searching for a lost Egyptian treasure. It's that simple. Now, as I said, this is a sort of follow-up to Night Trap, and based on the success of Night Trap and Digital Pictures' other early Sega CD releases such as Sewer Shark, they spent a little bit more money than you'd expect on this. For example, whereas Night Trap had Dana Plato as its token, recognisable cast member, Double Switch had Corey Haim, of the Two Coreys fame, Debbie Harry, Ali Emre, Erwin Keyes, a guy many people would recognise from lots of cult films. You know, these are name actors, especially Corey Haim, Debbie Harry and Ali Emre. These are proper Hollywood actors. And it does show the standard of acting in the game is a significant step up from the original. Now, let's have a look at the Sega CD version here first. As with almost all Sega CD FMV games, you can see that the video footage is in a relatively small window. It's very grainy. But it does the job. You can see everything you need to see and it works. Not brilliantly, but it works. And as I said, the controls are a little bit fiddly using the different buttons to bounce between the map and arming the traps and arming them and triggering them. But you get there, although I did personally find it very difficult to play compared to Night Trap's simple pick a room, fire the trap when the enemy's near it. But that's just how these things are, I suppose. Now, obviously this version of the game sold very well enough in fact for there to be a Saturn version produced, a Windows 95 version produced and a Macintosh version produced. Now, these games obviously removed any references directly to the Sega Mega Drive or Genesis as it was, and they were basically the same, just with better quality video, although it was noted at the time that the video was perhaps not as high quality as could be expected for those formats. Now, moving on to the latest version of the game, it was re-released earlier this year for the PlayStation 4, the Switch and Steam on the PC by Screaming Villains, who have already done the re-release of Night Trap and have also re-released Corpse Killer recently. Now, this features pretty much full screen full motion video and the option to play the game using a mouse, which I have to say makes it much easier to play, and obviously it looks a huge amount better, as Night Trap did. Of course, there are still elements of the game which are frustrating, such as the arming of the traps before you can activate them, because sometimes when you're switching between rooms, you just find it's really difficult to have enough time to identify the correct trap, arm it, and trigger it in time. But that's how these things are. So those are some thoughts there on the actual game and how it's put together. Personally, I enjoy it. Like most FMV games, its interactivity is limited, but there is fun to be had. Much like Night Trap, Double Switch is just a really ridiculous B-movie. That's all it is. It's a stupid, dumb B-movie that you're in control of. Want the bad guys to win? Just don't trap them and wait until Eddie gets annoyed at you and cuts you off. Want the good guys to win? Keep trapping the bad guys. See what more ridiculous options happen. Don't forget to go and visit the stupid heavy metal band in the top floor and admire the weird Egyptian look of the game. Everything in this game is Egyptian themed. The apartment building, all the different apartments and cells. It's an odd aesthetic, but it works. It helps create that weird B-movie atmosphere. Anyway, that's enough waffle from me. I'll leave you here now with a little bit of gameplay footage to watch, and I will see you next time.
Hey. Hi. My name is Eddie. I need your help. This is my building, and since the neighborhood really sucks.
Eddie, there's someone in my apartment. Stay here and cover me while I check things out.
Unreadable. Some kind of an Egyptian statue. Seems like your kind of thing, Phoebe.
Thank you, Mrs. Edward.
Elizabeth, girls. Call me Libby.
You let those suckers get to the power box. And now we're all cut off.
Hey everyone, this is Learned Rod from 81632-bit. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this video, to hit the like button. If you liked it that much and you want to see more, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified of any new updates and uploads. And yeah, even if you don't like it, let me know. You can hit the dislike button, you can leave a comment down below, or you can go over to my Twitter feed at 8_16_32-bit and tell me what you think. I'm open to all kinds of comments. I don't mind if it's good or bad. But yeah, let me know.